Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So today I'm here to do a kind of what's going to be in my bag for summer. So we're in spring at the moment and basically summer is around the corner. I do it in quotation marks because I live in London and basically it's about 10 different seasons in about a day sometimes. So I'm, not going to be surprised if it starts snowing in a couple of days, but obviously I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, I thought I would just do a video as to kind of what I would like to wear during the summer, like what kind of products and eye colors and etc and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to start off with my face milk. So of course I'm going to go in with my strawberry and papaya one. Keeps me nice and moisturized and yeah, just really softened my skin. I basically talk about face milks in every video, so I'm not going to talk about them today apart from just how nice this one smells. This is the first one that I purchased and that's when I kind of fell in love with them. So they are really, I really love these. So yeah, summer is, when it's summer in the UK, sometimes it can be like really summer. So the past few years, it's been like insanely hot where you can't even breathe, and sometimes that's it's a bit overwhelming for me, especially with my rosacea because I can't go out in the sun. It really affects my skin even more. So if I was to go anywhere, I'd have to wear like a massive sombrero or something just to kind of keep my face just kind of in the shade as much as possible. I try and not go out in the summer anyway. I used to really love the summer. I used to love going out in the sun and just like socializing with my friends and going to this place and going to that place. But now it's just so overcrowded, and wherever I go, regardless of it being like the lockdown uplifting and stuff like that, even like last year or like the year before, it was just insane in London. I'm going to go in with my Elf Putty Poreless Primer because this is just super nice, and I'm using my little applicator as well, just so I can just distribute this evenly. Recently I like to use my hands when it comes to putting on a primer. I go through phases, but yeah, I think this is a good one to use with a brush because yeah, it's just easier that way. So yeah, last year obviously was not happening, and even the year before, when me and my husband moved into like the flat after when we got married, the room that we had stayed in, that room was extremely hot and just really there was just no air in there at all. So as soon as like I was working or I was coming home from somewhere and the little staircase you go up to the room, the heat would like hit you, like you're about to suffocate because it was just so damn hot. But thankfully, now that we're in this flat, it's not that bad. And when it comes to the breeze in London, if it's really hot, there's barely any breeze, so you have to put on a fan or you have to like kind of fan yourself down if you prefer that. So yeah, recently it's been absolutely like pissing it down with rain. So I wouldn't really call it much of. Well, spring is quite the nice build up to the summer because you're kind of getting rid of all the miserable weather. So let's go into our foundation. I was about to pick up my concealer, so I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Superstay Active Wear. And this one is just one of my favourite foundations this year. And even, oh my god, it just squirted everywhere. I'm going to clean that up. Okay, so yeah, because I think it's been a few weeks since I've used it, it's kind of built up a little bit, but it's fine. I'm just going to hold it downwards as opposed to shooting it out. What was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, the activewear I really like to use. It does say 30 hours. I think all of that is just a bit of a promotional kind of thing. I honestly have not heard anyone use it for 30 hours, and if you would, why would you? But I just really like Maybelline foundations because they work really well on my skin. I have very kind of like combination skin as well, so it really helps just kind of balance everything out, and it doesn't become too oily. I don't become too kind of dry in certain places. There's certain places on my face, which is like 90% of it, that just gets super dry. But I feel like this foundation is just really softening and just brings me a lot of moisture. It does come out quite dewy, but you know, I kind of like that effect. But if you I'm losing my mind. Oh my god, I'm picking up like every brush apart from the one that I need. But yeah, if you feel like dewy foundations are not really for you, then powdering down is going to be just the best result, to be honest. And then with a powder, it will kind of lock everything in, and especially like I said, if you are oily, the powder will just help soak it up. But each to their own. But yeah, I have no plans this summer, which is not a surprise, because the past, I was looking on my Facebook memories the other day, and the last time I went on holiday was with one of my school friends. We went to Barcelona for a few days. We went to an actual like beach holiday, and that was about 7 years ago. That's just so depressing when I think about it. I mean, it's so weird. When you go on holiday, not being able to really afford it. I'm going in with the Collection concealer. This one I only use like once, but I really like it. You can use it as an eyeshadow primer as well. But yeah, in all the years in that time, obviously I've been wanting to go on a holiday, but you know, I really could not afford to go anywhere just for the sake of wanting to go on holiday. And then me and my husband, we were just kind of just trying to live our lives really without having to think about holiday being a priority. But I am hoping one day in the near future I can go on holiday somewhere. My main goal, if you didn't know, is to go to Disneyland. I know I haven't even been to the Paris one. That's how ridiculous I am, because I can't even afford to go to Disneyland Paris. But you know, financial situations are difficult, like back in the day, and even now. I mean, now I thankfully have a well-paid job, but you know, living in certain areas in London is expensive. But anyway, I don't know why I'm trailing off, but anyway, London London can get very hot. It can get very strange when it comes to the weather. But yeah, let's go into setting powder. So I'm going in with the Relove Revolution Super Matte Powder. Like I said before, I like feeling quite dewy sometimes, but realistically I really need to pat down as much powder as I can, because my makeup will just fall off. Even now, because we're gonna have to wear masks. I mean, I don't really know what's happening when it comes to masks. Oh god, I'm trying not to use as much because I have a liquid blush. Who knows what's going to happen with like everything lifting, because it's still not 100% out there. I'm just saying that because it's true. And you just have to still be very careful. I've had both of my vaccines now, thankfully, and I'm going to go out and wear a mask because it's just, I feel safer that way. And to be honest, I'm just used to it now. How weird is that? Like a year and a half ago, I would never have in a million years thought that I'd be even going outside and wearing a mask. Like obviously that just would not have like catered in my brain at all. I know I'm looking extra pale, but when we get a blush and highlighter on, we're gonna glow. So like I said, we're going in with a cream blusher, and of course I couldn't go through this summer without using my favourite blush of the year, the Melt Cosmetics one, and this is in the shade Polished. I actually ordered a new, well not a new, one of their new lipsticks, the Melt Cosmetics, and I am so excited. As soon as I saw that they were coming out with them, I was just on the lookout for them, and I was completely just writing on Beauty Bay's social medias. I was like, is it coming in? Is it coming onto the website? Because I really want one. And they're kind of just like, we're not allowed to say yes or no. And I'm like, okay. So then I was, like I do pretty much every morning, I go onto the Beauty Bay app and I see what is new. I have a really bad habit of doing that. Like literally, when like before I start work, I'm just like, okay, let's just go through my apps on my phone and see, um, you know, what I can look at. So obviously I look at my social media, and then I look at my Beauty Bay app just to see if there's anything new out. And as soon as I saw that they were there, I just freaked out and I was like, yep, I'm buying them. I'm buying one because they're £15 and it's a bit expensive for a bullet lipstick for me these days, because yeah, that's expensive regardless of like any brand. And so yeah, I got one and it should be on its way. Well, it's on its way and it should be here in a day or two. So I'm very excited, and I'll be testing it out on camera because it's a beautiful. They're all like dark nudes, and some pinks. Pink's not really my shade, but I feel like the one that I might have picked, because I can't remember, is a nice dark kind of shade. So I'm really excited about that. So let's go on to highlighter, and I feel like I have to go in with my Beauty Bay highlighter. I would have liked to go in with my Ofra highlighter, but there's problems going on with Ofra at the moment, which is a little bit sad and a bit frustrating, because I would like to have used my Steph Tom's one. I still am going to use it, but I feel like until they resolve everything that's happening, I know it's a political thing, so I'm not really going to get involved in it because I don't know much about politics, but I know what I believe in when it comes to politics, and I don't agree with what has happened with one of their co-owners, so I'm gonna just hold off and not use it on camera in the meantime. So let's go on to eyes now. So I'm gonna again quickly go in with this concealer, which is also an eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to slightly just coat the lid, because when I used it the other day, it really lasted. It worked so nicely on my skin, and yeah, it just really helped the longevity of the eyeshadow. And like I have said previously, if you want your eyeshadow to maybe last a little bit longer or just stand out a bit more, using a eyeshadow primer is always going to help, without a doubt. No matter how pigmented the eyeshadow is by itself, this just gives it a little bit of an oomph. An oomph. So when it comes to eyeshadows, I have like so many eyeshadow packs that I could have used, but I feel like I want to use my Cradle of Filth one by V Cosmetics, and I absolutely adore this palette. I'm going to be very careful taking it out because very sensitive cardboard, but what I really wanted to do something a bit different today was try and use the yellows and greens, because obviously they're quite summery shades. I would like to, like normally in my summer it would be like the red and the purples and like the dark shades, but I have to calm down a bit sometimes when it comes to trying to look so goth over in like a summertime, just to kind of go with the vibe. But you know what, wear whatever the hell you want. If you feel comfortable wearing certain shades, dressing certain way, like I wear black 24/7 no matter what day it is, what season it is. Like I've got my band t-shirts, I've got my leggings, I'm sorted. And when it comes to makeup, just it's about experimenting, making yourself happy with what you do. So I'm going to go in with this palette, and I'm going to go in with Damnation, which is a bright green. I hope what I'm doing today is going to look okay, but we're just going to roll with it, because I mean, I'm not going anywhere today. I am working, so if I look completely stupid, no one will really see apart from myself. But this eyeshadow is so gorgeous. This palette is just so pigmented. I waited so long to buy it. I mean, I did a review on this. I've mentioned so many times that like Cradle of Filth are one of my favourite black metal bands. Almost alarm first thing in the morning. And when I saw that the V Cosmetics, who are a great independent brand, did a collaboration, I really wanted to get one. Then I saw the price, so I was holding off for a while. And then they have ClearPay, which I think I've paid all now, because in ClearPay, obviously you pay in installments. So I was able to finally purchase it before they sold out. and it is worth it. It's such a gorgeous array of shades, and the pans are massive as well, so this will be, you know, a palette I'll be using for a long time. They do have lots of other palettes as well. I think they've just come out with a palette called Blood Moon or something, which is a gorgeous like red dark tone palette, which I really want to get, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go in now with the same brush. I'm going to have a look at Enslave, so that's the yellow, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. I'm going to use a brush, the same brush but on the other side, so it kind of blends together slightly. And this does have a bit of fallout, but it's nothing too crazy. It's not like a Colourpop palette where there's just so much fallout, but I'm blending them in together so that they become kind of one shade. I hope. The green is very overpowering by itself, so I might have to maybe get another brush, but we're gonna go with it. And this, like I said, because I've got so many different palettes, this, you know, I was going to use one of my Beauty Bay palettes, you know, for one of the Sunset Horizon one, but I feel like that one I've used a few times, and it's such an obvious choice for me to use as a summer palette because it is so lots of bright colours and everything. But I wanted to use this palette because it's not a kind of palette you would automatically go like, oh yeah, it's a summer palette, because obviously there's such a weird array of shades. But so far I'm liking how this is coming out. Like, you've got the green, then it blends into like a light green, and then the yellow. I'm going to go in slightly with a darker green in the corner, just to kind of make it a bit more oomph. So I'm going to go in with Kryptonia just here, and it is a darker green slash blue. It's not a brilliant blue, but it's a bit of a dark green. I'm just going to tap it slightly, and that's why I said I don't want this to turn into like an accidental goth look, because I did one of those last year where I'm like, I'm doing a summer look, and then it ends up being like a kind of dark grey and dark red look, and I'm like, this is not what I was supposed to do. But again, like I said, if you feel like you're going to wear whatever you want, of course you're going to do that. So yeah, it doesn't matter that I'm doing this on this year. Last year I did a completely just not summer look. So this is blended in gorgeously. So as you can see, greens are like one of my favorite shades without a doubt. And now we're going into a shimmer last, and I feel like I'm going to go in with Dusk. So I'm going in with this one in the corner, which is a shimmer blue. I don't have I would have used like a setting spray first, but I feel like we might not need it because this is yeah, that pretty much is it. So I don't need to add a setting spray. Sometimes, you know, to add a setting spray to emphasize the shade, absolutely, but I don't need to do that today, so that's pretty good. Okay, this is definitely what I would call like an alternative summer look. I know a lot of people go for something quite neutral because sometimes you don't want to wear a ton of makeup when it comes to summer because it will just sweat off, which is fair enough. But not all the time. If you are meeting up with friends or you're just socializing, obviously you're not going to wear this much makeup if you're going to the beach or something like that. So, you know, if you're just having like a casual afternoon somewhere, this is just really nice to wear. So lastly, we're going on with the lips now, and I'm going to go in with my NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the shade Exotic. So this has become one of my favorite like nude shades recently. I'm going to put this on off camera, and when I'll come back it will be my finished look. Okay, so I'm back and this is my finished look. Like I said, this lipstick is actually so gorgeous, and this is not even part of their new lingerie line. I thought it was, but it's not, but it is a really gorgeous nude brown, which I really like. So yeah, this is kind of like my summer look and how I would want to look during this summer, even though I'll probably still be working in my little home. and not going anywhere and not wearing a lot of makeup, but you know, I'm fine with that. So let me know what you think. Let me know what is in your summer bag, what is, you know, your essential item for the summer. And yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to, and I'll have a lot more videos coming soon that I haven't filmed, but I've ordered a shit ton of stuff, so I need to use them on camera because I spent a lot of money this week and I'm stupid because I shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Yeah, don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. You can have a closer look of this look and all the other looks that I've done recently as well. And yeah, I hope you're having a good week. I hope you have a good bank holiday, because that's coming up as well on Monday. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.